Welcome everyone, join us today as we pay tribute to Kathy Kirby, the golden girl of British pop in the 1960s, renowned for her glamorous looks and hits like Secret Love. So let's dive in. Kathy Kirby, born Kathleen O'Rourke on the 20th of October 1938 in Ilford, Essex, in England. She was zodiac sign Libra. The eldest of three children, Kathy had a brother named Douglas and a sister named Pat, and was born to parents of Irish descent. After their father left during their early years, her mother Eileen raised the family alone. Growing up on Tomswood Hill in Barkingside, Ilford, Kathy's interest in show business began early, where at 3, she won a toddler's talent competition. She attended the Ursuline Convent School, where she sang in the choir, and after leaving school in 1954 with 3 O levels, she pursued semi-professional singing while working as a telephonist at the Ilford Recorder newspaper. Her impressive vocal abilities led her to take singing lessons, aspiring to become an opera singer, while her performances included both music hall favorites and songs from the rising New Musical Express record sales and sheet music charts. After bleaching her natural red hair to blonde, she became a regular at the Ilford Palais de Danse, where her local popularity caught the eye of violinist and bandleader Bert Ambrose, thanks to her stepfather's recommendation. In a tight black dress and evening gloves, she performed songs like Doris Day's Love Me or Leave Me, and Johnny Ray's All of Me, impressing Ambrose not only with her talent but also her Marilyn Monroe-like appearance. He soon signed the teenager to a management contract and secured her performances with his band and others. Ambrose arranged a recording contract for Kathy with Pye Records, and despite their 42-year age difference, they became romantically involved. At the time, his estranged wife was living in America. Kathy performed with Ambrose's band for 3 years, during which he served as her manager, mentor, and partner. Their relationship would continue until his sudden death on June 11, 1971. While Kathy was recording a show at Yorkshire Television Studios in Leeds, Ambrose collapsed and later passed away that evening from a hemorrhage. After performing with various big bands and headlining cabaret seasons in Madrid and London, Kathy released 2 singles, Love Can Be, and Now You're Crying. Although they sold poorly, the songs secured her a 6-month residency at Mayfair's Blue Angel nightclub. In 1962, Kathy signed with Decca Records and released her debut single, Big Man, in October. While it didn't chart in the UK, it found success on Vancouver's CFUN radio station in January 1963. Later that year, Kathy became a regular on Stars and Garters, a popular musical TV show set in a faux working-class pub. This exposure helped her score her first hit, Dance On, which peaked at number 11 in the UK and number 1 in Australia. Her next single, an energetic take on Doris Day's Secret Love, climbed to number 4 on the UK charts. In 1963, Kathy was voted top British female singer in the New Musical Express poll, and her album 16 Hits from Stars and Garters cracked the top 20. Her recordings during this period featured notable session musicians, including Jimmy Page and John Paul Jones, future members of Led Zeppelin. In early 1964, her single Let Me Go Lover, another vibrant reimagining of a classic, reached number 10. She became a staple on popular TV shows like Thank Your Lucky Stars and Ready Steady Go, and eventually hosted her own BBC primetime program, The Kathy Kirby Show, which drew over 20 million viewers. Despite its success, the show's guest list reflected a resistance to the emerging beat music era, featuring artists like the Beverly Sisters, Lonnie Donegan, and Billy Fury. Kathy performed at the Royal Variety Performance in 1964 and represented the UK in the 1965 Eurovision Song Contest with I Belong. The song peaked at only number 36 in the UK but earned her a second-place finish in the competition. Kathy remained in demand for stage performances, touring with stars like Cliff Richard, Arthur Askey, and Tom Jones, and headlined summer shows in Blackpool and Brighton. She also toured internationally in Australia and South Africa and achieved a career milestone by topping the bill at the London Palladium. Although she was frequently reported as the highest-paid female singer in Britain, earning up to £40,000 a week, Kathy's personal and professional life was beginning to unravel. Ambrose, discovering rumours of an alleged affair between Kathy and Bruce Forsyth, erupted in jealousy. Determined to keep her for himself, he sought to hinder her career progress, including plans for a film career, which ultimately never materialized due to his interference. Ambrose's possessiveness and traditionalist views had already alienated key BBC and ITV executives, contributing to the decline of Kathy's TV appearances by 1970. Her career began to wane, reflected in nostalgic recordings like Wheel of Fortune and My Way, which marked the start of her so-called wilderness years. After Ambrose's death in 1971, Kathy discovered that his compulsive gambling had squandered nearly all her earnings. Struggling with the financial and administrative turmoil left in his wake, she faced lawsuits for breach of contract, cash flow issues, and a steady erosion of work opportunities. Despite these challenges, she still managed to draw house-full signs at some performances and remained in the public eye through occasional showcases. Notably, her confident 1974 appearance on ITV's Wheeltappers and Shunters Social Club echoed the nostalgic charm of her earlier work on Stars and Garters, bringing the convivial spirit of the pub back into viewers' living rooms. After filing for bankruptcy in 1975, Kathy faced a series of personal and professional challenges. Her marriage to former policeman turned journalist Frederick Pye, whom she wed on January 29, 1975, ended amidst the heartbreak of losing a child. Further troubles included a court case over an unpaid hotel bill, of which she was later cleared, and a drug overdose in 1979 that led to her referral to St. Luke's Psychiatric Hospital in London, and she was diagnosed with schizophrenia. Her physical and mental health remained fragile for much of her life. Following her discharge, she was rumored to have had relationships with a woman, musician David Cross, and lawyer Alan Portera. Kathy sold a three-part story of her struggles to a Sunday newspaper and attempted a brief comeback in 1981, performing as an intermission act at a bingo hall in Kent. That same year, she released a single, He, a reimagining of Charles Aznavour's She. However, her live performances dwindled, and she retired from show business in 1983 after a cabaret appearance in Blackpool. Post-retirement, Kathy lived in various apartments and hotels in West London, eventually settling in Emperor's Gate, South Kensington. She survived on state benefits and modest royalties, leading a reclusive life described as Garbo-esque. Shortly before her passing, she moved to Brinsworth House in Twickenham at the urging of her niece Sarah, Lady Thatcher, the wife of Mark Thatcher. Sadly, on May 20, 2011, Kathy Kirby passed away from a heart attack, just days after moving to Brinsworth House. She was survived by her sister Pat, brother Douglas and several nephews and nieces. And there you have it. Though Kathy Kirby's life was a whirlwind of fame and struggle, her extraordinary talent and unforgettable performances have cemented her place in music history forever. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos just like this. Take care and bye for now.